Break through a world where big data beats your worries. A world that gives you priority when innovations come. This is the GigaLife on Smart Signature. Simplified by the Philippines' fastest mobile data network. The choice is simple. Move up to Smart Signature and make your mark. How do I know it's meant to be? Simple, smart ako.
Go. Yes. Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. And I say good afternoon all the way here from Cubao, Quezon City. As we bring you another edition of your Sports Locked and Loaded. Chiki Reyes po ang inyong abang likod. This is our 22nd, ba? Oo nga, no? 22nd episode on August 22. Palain nyo? Nagkataon ulit, ha? And for our Saturday show today, we have invited two lovely ladies all the way from Bacolod. Mga super Negrenses, alright? But mamaya muna, bago natin puntahan yan, gusto ko lang muna mag-hello sa lahat ng viewers natin. I'm sure may mga volleyball players out there, triathletes, multisport athletes. If you're new to the show, make sure that you follow Sports Locked and Loaded. Like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share it please. Tell everyone, good vibes show po ito. Good vibes show ito, right? We're here ni Direct Nick to help athletes, to help viewers, even to help sponsors. Okay? Wala kaming hidden agenda dito. Magandang ano lang to, magandang avenue to help everyone during this pandemic. Ano pa? Yung comment section, nandyan po sa ibaba if you want to be recognized or shout out lang or gusto nyo lang mag-hello sa amin, sa guests namin, please feel free to message us, okay? And then, if you want to ask a question to our guests, pwede din po yan. Alright? Just fill it up down there. Thank you, by the way, to Smart Communications, Epoch, Kimpo, and Baji del Rosario. Maraming salamat for helping us with the show. Also, I'd like to say thank you to 2x you, Miss Camille Eugenio, Mr. Toby Claudio of Toby's. Maraming salamat. 2x you, fantastic. You guys are awesome. Thank you for sponsoring this show. Saying hello to CJ Parker. Siege, long time no see, kapatid, ha? Maraming salamat for tuning in. Nasa Middle East yan ngayon. And nagpapalipas oras dahil weekend. Thanks for keeping us in the background. Would like to say thank you to our other sponsors, Tech Wires Incorporated. Thank you to Richie Javier. Ayan po sa mga nangailangan ng mga gadgets. Okay, punta lang kayo dyan para sa new normal. Kung sa mga anak ninyo, you need tablets or laptops or even printers, go to Tech Wires Inc. New Nor. Uy! New Nor, if you're looking for face masks and face shields, mandatory na yata yan, di ba? Mandatory na sa ibang lugar. You have to get one of those and make sure that you're protected. Welcome to the new normal. What else? Vitargo, maraming salamat. Che and JB Serrano, thank you. The best body or the fastest body fuel. Follow and like Vitargo Philippines on Facebook and Instagram. If you haven't tried this yet, hindi ako nagbibiro sa inyo. Gasolina ng katawan yan. Believe me, it works, okay? Hoka One One, thank you, Leo Libuna. And Toby Claudio again for always helping Sports Locked and Loaded. Abangan nyo, gagawa kami ng show ng Hoka One One very very soon with Coach Sol Sibayan and Moya again. Garmin, maraming salamat Garmin. Nico Soria and Abby Bautista. Go to kinetic.com.ph. Use the promo code ChickXGarmin. Oh, that's my name there. ChickXGarmin. You get an additional 5% discount on top of the promos online. My Daily Collagen. Ooh, yes. Guys, pang recovery, ito kailangan nyo. Okay? And not only that, sa kutis. Maganda doon sa kutis talaga yan. I'm not kidding. Tomorrow, we have a special show with My Daily Collagen. We'll be announcing basta ayoko na i-preempt tungkol sa My Daily Collagen Triathlon. Bukas po yan sa Sports Locked and Loaded. So if you're registered for MDC Try, watch I call it a special episode tomorrow. Because My Daily Collagen Triathlon will be sharing some nice news sa inyo lahat. Okay. Nick Crab Show. Oh, the best crabs in town. Yes. 700 pesos per kilo order. Pwede hanggang Wednesday. Ang delivery ay Sabado. Alright? The Nick Crab Show. You can message us here. Give your details. Direct AB Solis. Woohoo! Direct AB. Thank you for watching. Director namin yan sa PBA Rush. Direct, maraming salamat. Dapat next time ikaw naman ma-feature namin dito. And finally, our new friend here in Sports Locked and Loaded. Oh, bago pala yan. Neptune Actives. GCQ na tayo. So, malamang sa malamang, ma-open ang pools very soon. neptuneactives.com.ph, the distributor of Funkita and Funky Trunks. Go to the website, buy now. Maraming promos po yan. At may promo tayo dyan. Okay? May promo tayo dyan. May special discount of 15%. Minimum purchase 1.5 until August 31. If you use that logo, or that code rather, SLLX Get Funked without an E. And you get an additional 15% off. Prepare na para pag open na yung mga swimming pool, boom! You're funky with Funkita and Funky Trunks. Alright? Ganda na. Funky with Funkita and Funky Trunks. And finally, ang bagong kaibigan natin sa Sports Locked and Loaded, healthy drink. Yes, YG Soya Milk. Wow, ganda to. 5 different flavors. I will show you some very nice pictures here of YG Soya Milk. And kung titingnan nyo, parang wow, sobra, baka napaka-expensive naman. Maganda lang yung syempre pag-prepare ng mga may-ari niyan, tsaka yung one of the top retailers here in this side of Manila. Kita nyo, yung price range ng 300 ml tsaka 500 ml, very affordable. And may add-on na pearls, okay? Black pearls if you want that. So, all you gotta do is dial or text this number 0917-832-1484. I repeat, 0917-832-1484. Look for Katrina Garcia and order. Okay? Cut off every Wednesday. Delivery is Saturday. Nandyan din yung Facebook tsaka Instagram account sila. So, I'm not kidding you. Okay yan. Protina, bago kayo mag-workout, you'll need that. Okay? All 5 flavors. Really good. The matcha, I think, is absolutely fantastic. So you better try that. Okay? That's YG Soya Milk. Alright. Before we introduce our guests, again, make your presence felt. Nasa baba. Comment section. Oh, Richie Javier, maraming salamat. The main man behind Tech Wires Inc. And of course, Coach Moya Moyam. Girl Power Today. Yes, Coach. May running show tayo, kung kakalimutan. Malapit na yan. We have a new segment. We call it On This Day in Sports. Direct, ilabas mo na nga yan. On This Day in Sports. Did you know na noong 1927, si Babe Ruth po, si the Sultan of SWAT, maraming moniker yan in that year, sa baseball, he made a record of 60 home runs that was there for 34 years. On August 22, 1927, he actually hit his 40th home run. Okay? Out of that 60. He actually set 59 home runs in 1921. People thought he could not break it. But in 1927, he made 60. on September 29, if I'm not 59 on September 29, on September 30 of 1927, he made 60. But on August 22 of 1927, pang 40th home run po ni Babe Ruth yan. Okay, unfortunately, namatay si Babe Ruth 1948 nung August 16. So that record or that 40th home run of Babe Ruth was 93 years ago. Nice. Love that. Huh? On this day in sports. Thank you, Direk. Eto na. We will be introducing our special guests for today. Girl power nga. Sabi ni Coach Moya Moyam, saying good afternoon again to everyone who just joined us. Make sure that you fill up that comment section. Now, we mentioned to you Super Negrenses ang ating mga panauhin ngayon. And these ladies, sila po yung nagpapakita how do you multiply human performance. Not just as an individual, not just as an athlete, but also as an entrepreneur, and yes, even a soldier of God. Dahil matindi ang pananampalataya itong mga to. So ladies and gentlemen, before we introduce them, would like you to watch this nice teaser slideshow that we made for our Super Negrenses. Yan. So, we'll introduce them one by one. But in the meantime, saying hello to Christina Maralit. Tina Maralit, maraming salamat for joining us on this show. Okay, eto na. As promised. Thank you, Tina. We'll bring out this very nice graphics of this first guest natin. Direct, labas mo na yung una natin papakilala para mabasa natin yung mga accomplishments. Ayan, no? Ironman All-World Athlete Gold 2019, ranked number 1 by the way in the country in the age group 35 to 39. A podium finisher in triathlon races from sprints to 5150 to 70.3s, even to the full Ironman. A triathlete, I hope tama to, no? Since 2014, sa akin galing to. All the way from Bacolod in, nako, ano nga ulit yung lugar niya? Mamaya sasabihin niya sa atin. Pero all the way from Bacolod, let's all welcome Ines Lovina-Santiago. Woohoo! Ines, your microphone is muted lang. Ayan, tanggalin natin yung yung pag-mute. Okay.
Okay.
Ayan. Hi Ines, bati ka muna in your dialect and
Mayang hapon sa inyo tanan.
Mayang hapon. Where are you? Particularly
I'm actually not in Bacolod. I'm in Pulo Pandan.
Pulo Pandan. Okay. So it's off Bacolod.
Yes.
Okay. How many kilometers or how many minutes away from the airport? Yan.
From the airport the airport is in Silay. So from the airport around an hour.
Wow. Okay. Ang layo pala, no? Pulo Pandan, no? Which is off Bacolod.
Yes.
Okay. So, thank you, Ines, for joining us. Hang in there because may round of applause ka pa. We have another Negrense that I'd like to introduce. Direct, pull it out yung ating graphics. Tingnan nyo naman yan. Former Ateneo Beach volleyball player. Okay, naglaro po yan sa UAAP champion team ng Ateneo. Hindi lang dun sa indoor, pati sa beach volleyball. Alright? FIVB World Tour Manila 2018-2019 as part of the Philippine team and also a co-founder of the Beach Volleyball Republic. Laman ng beach po ito pag meron tayong mga beach volleyball at pag nakita niyo yung kanyang mga fitness regimen sa Instagram, sus Mariosep, kayo ay mapapakonsult dahil ang galing magturo nito ng mga fitness exercises. Also, in Bacolod, but I think nearer to the airport, no? Because compared to Ines. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Bea Velasco Tan. Hi, Bea.
Guys. Hello. Naku, I'm so starstruck. This girl I'm with, she's number 1 ranked in the Philippines and gold medalist in the world.
Pareho lang naman
Hindi
kayo.
naman gold medalist in the world, grabe.
Hindi naman in the world.
Parang gusto ko yung mga abs niya eh. Grabe. Yung arms tsaka yung abs.
Bea, where are you specifically in that part of Negros? Okay, hindi na. Are you off Bacolod City also?
I'm in Talisay. So that's
Okay.
just like a 10-minute car ride from Bacolod and from the Silay Bacolod Airport. Pretty close. I'm in the center.
Okay. Pero kayo ni Ines, you're about how many minutes apart? Talisay from
Like 45 minutes. 45 or an hour. An hour.
Longer. A bit longer siguro than 45.
Siguro yung driver namin ano lang.
Pag 20 minutes.
May mga parts na yun kasi dito na traffic.
Yeah,
talaga?
yeah.
May parts na traffic.
Already.
Talagang may edad na ako. Dati walang traffic dyan eh. Pag pupunta ako
May
dyan.
stoplight na ba nung last mong punta dito, Chick?
Yung una kong punta dyan, dalawa lang yung stoplight, yung isa lang ang gumagana. Oh, say mo. That was...
My first ever beach volleyball game, second year high school, was in Pulupandan.
Oh, kita mo na.
We're there. We're here. I mean,
It was like on the side lang, and then they put up a sand court, and I was like, that's really when I loved playing beach volleyball. That was my first time.
Actually,
Dinala
ladies and
na kami
gentlemen,
ng coach.
kwentuhan lang talaga to ni Ines tsaka ni Bea. So, exit na ho ako. Pakinggan na lang ho natin yung... No, kidding aside, nice to have these two ladies here. Bea is my partner in Spiker's Turf probably 2 years back. I was yung kanyang unang anchor when she went on air in Spiker's Turf. While Ines is a good friend of mine dahil yung kanyang asawa ay barkada at matalik kong kaibigan. Parang kinakapatid na rin, no? Na si Elmer. And it's nice to have you here, ladies. You know, the format of the show, it's really to inspire people. But before we hear your journey in sports or as entrepreneurs or even as regular, humans inside your respective homes, kamusta muna? Kamusta kayong dalawa? I know you guys are there in Bacolod or in Pulupandan and Talisay. From ECQ to MECQ, we've gone through different phases already. How are you guys doing during this itong pandemic? And kumusta ang sitwasyon dyan in your respective places? We'll start with Ines. Go ahead.
well, here in Pulupandan, the cases are starting to increase, sadly. But the LGU is doing a really good job in trying to control it. But I guess there are just really some cases that don't follow protocol, don't follow what the LGU says. So that's why there's already local transmission.
Oh,
Before
wow.
kasi wala. Before, all of the positive cases were from people coming in from Manila. But since our LGU doesn't allow home quarantine, hindi siya nagsispread talaga. Kaya lang, recently, there were cases na pina-home quarantine nung employer and then the patient didn't inform the LGU. And during home quarantine, of course, they would break protocol. Kaya nagsispread na ng konti.
Pero ikaw, Ines, have you been keeping yourself busy there at home You're just staying there and trying to keep yourself busy and help the kids in their online schooling.
Yeah. And actually my business is really based here. So
Okay.
I'm able to work, and then of course the kids with their online classes and training also.
Nice, nice. Okay. Ikaw naman, Bea, kumusta ang Talisay? I know that you've been there since March, right?
Well, initially March, April, there wasn't really any cases here locally, but then from all the OFWs and the LSIs that's coming back, I guess it has already started, and dumadami na rin. Even here in our village, there's already like reported cases in nearby villages. So um I guess it's a good time for me to spend a lot of time with my family. It's been a while that I've also been back here in at home and spend time with my parents. So I guess there's uh, pros and cons with the situation right now. So just really doing the best out of it, and spending time with the family is one thing.
Love to hear that. Some shout outs lang dito. You have lots of viewers here. Saying hello to Mia Alcazar, Walter De Jesus. Hi po, Miss Ines Santiago. Sabi ni Walter ng Fit PH. Rafael Silerio. Bea, you remember? Rafi Silerio, one of our bosses in TV5, saying hello, hello, idols. Idols, sabi ni Rafi. Richard Javier, funny guy here from TechWires Inc. says, thinking of doing triathlons, chicks, beer, whiskey, and pulutan. Wag naman yun. Ang bihira naman yung ano. And of course, my lovely wife is watching. Direk, kailangan malabas yan. Ha? Ayan, nag-hi yung salamat sa kape to my lovely wife, Lala. Okay, bonding time. Doon muna tayo, no? Before I go into the sports side. Bea, how do you spend your bonding moments there with your folks, with your I believe meron kang younger sister pa, no, that you hit the gym with pretty much every day.
Yeah, mostly that's why we hit the gym, is because we eat too much. My mom doesn't stop cooking, and we're mostly on the dining table. There's already a dining table in the second floor. And then, well, that's a new addition. So there's no escape to food. There's food at 5 a.m., at 8 a.m., at 10 a.m., at 12. But well, that's grace. So you just have to be thankful that there's
Yeah.
always food on the table. And my mom cooks the best lutong bahay, and it's always also there's always fried and oily stuff. So that's the best. The fat gives the perfect taste to everything. So
Thanks
yes,
for
mostly by just eating.
thanks for sharing that. Nagutom ako dun sa sharing mong yon. And speaking of sharing, we'll share the account of something that Bea created during the pandemic. I'll share that with you later on. Ines, sa'yo naman, ano yung bonding moments mo dyan with your folks there and your kids? I I chanced upon one of your posts na parang sumali yata sila sa Iron Kids, ano, yung mga anak mo.
The older one, si Seb,
Okay.
inasal ko sa Iron Kids. Gab kasi takot pa siya sa treadmill. Parang out na off balance siya. So ayaw niya, mag-basketball na lang daw. But I'm trying, which is really hard nowadays, to get them to play outdoors or to do a little bit of exercise.
Okay.
I also understand that, especially for the kids, the only way they can talk to their friends now is through games, through gaming, through online gaming. That's their
Oo.
only social, I don't know what you call it, socialization. So, ang hirap din na hindi payagan. But yun nga, at least now, like, Seb seems to enjoy running and seems to enjoy the treadmill. So, pinasali ko sa Iron Kids. Okay naman, masaya naman siya.
Nice. Nice. So, nakakaaliw, ano? You guys are in one area but iba yung bonding moments. You still find different ways to to make sure that catch up with your folks, with your siblings dahil hindi naman kayo forever dyan sa Negros eh. But nice to hear that you're reinventing ways to entertain ikaw Ines in your case yung mga anak mo tapos si Bea yung sister niya, yung mga magulang. Punta tayo sa sports journey nyo. Okay? As mentioned ko kanina, top of the coverage, you guys are good examples in multiplying human performance. Galing nung ginagawa ninyo. Let's start with your journey. I know for a fact that both of you will not take a particular result lang na okay na ako dyan. Si Bea pa, si Ines pa. Gusto nyo, you try to outdo yourselves, ano? Huwag kayong ma-full ng mga angelic smiles yung mga yan. Inside those smiles are beasts. Athletes, beasts talaga yan. Bea, I'll start with you. Former UAAP player, beach volleyball player. My goodness. How do you push yourself to always come out 100%, nothing less?
How do I push myself? Well, I guess I take it one day at a time, really. With everything going on right now, most especially, you're not really sure if when na naman yung lockdown, if it's gonna be better tomorrow or in the next month. So it's actually a high time to take things one day at a time and make sure you try to do your best with whatever that is on the table, basically. So like right now, basically what I can do is just to get fit, to work out, and to think about like what the next step will be with the things that I've been doing before. So one of the things is really beach volleyball, being able to play and organize tournaments. I guess we can't do that right now. Events, I don't know when we can do it sooner or later, but since we take a step back, we can see a better picture of how we can move on in the future and like make it better for us. So if we stay stagnant and not do our best, how can we get better? That's my mentality whenever I wake up.
Pero nung college ka pa lang, Bea, pinapanood ka na namin, even in your beach volleyball games. Ang unang impression ko sa'yo, even before I met you, even before you became my partner in Spiker's Turf, parang Bea wants to beat the Bea of yesterday. Yun yung mindset mo eh. Tama ba ako?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good goal and a good reason for me to exist. Like, why am I here if not to get better? So I always try to make sure that I really outdo myself every time. And sometimes also there's a fine line between really knowing your limit, what's today, what you can do more tomorrow and maybe next week. Because like if we put so much effort in what we're doing today and not have enough anymore for the next day. So thinking about that as well, making sure that not really like all out do your best, but also know your limitations, know where you're weak, and slowly take it day by day. Like before, when I used to be with Ateneo women's volleyball team, the strength that I really got is from my teammates also. We go through things very repetitive with the training and everything, looking forward to when the games are. And what I learned from there is really to take it day by day and not frustrate yourself with everything that's going on, because there's so much distractions, there's so much negative things that could really just like jump right in and can pull you down. But if you focus on the positives and like what positives is there, but to be better, there's always something better that's going to come along. So one thing is to try and be better all the time.
I love what you mentioned there, Bea, no? Yung tapon mo na yung negative vibes, kung kung nandyan yan, ayaw mo yan ayaw natin yan. And you've been doing a lot of fitness workouts. I saw in your IG, in your social media, no? Ang dami mo ginagawa. Some people would say, ang hirap naman nung mga training workouts si Bea. But you also do mga simple workouts that you share to people. This is your way of helping others multiply their human performance, di ba?
Yeah, I mean, like every day I really do want to be my best and get the best out of the day. And I wish to inspire others also, not necessarily to like do whatever I do, but at the very least to try and start their own journey to becoming their best version of themselves. Because
Mhm.
like what we're aiming for is really to get the most out of this life that we're given. So yun.
Ganda, ganda nung Direk, if you could pull out some nice videos dun sa IG account ni Bea. Alam mo, Direk, mahirap mamili diyan dahil lahat 'yan pag napanood po ninyo, mapapailing kayo eh dahil gaganahan kayo. Even my wife when she watched some of your videos, we both got inspired. But the question is, can we do it as good as Bea? That's another question, ano? But if you'd like to imitate Bea, maraming mga gandang videos diyan. What's your normal day, Bea, sa fitness regimen mo when you wake up normally? Meron ka bang fixed
I
schedule on
shoot
what you do?
I shoot for the moon. Like I shoot for the moon. I have a certain schedule that I want to stick with, but it never really falls through, and I'm okay
No?
with that. But for some days, I really try to be consistent. I wake up really early. Just because I got used to it since college. We wake up. Our call time is 5:45.
Wow.
So we need to be up. We actually on the dot because we need to be 5:45. So like travel time, mga 3 minutes, and then we don't. Sometimes I don't even brush my teeth and like wash my face anymore. And I'm already in my workout clothes. I just wake up, and so I got used to that. So up until now, I still wake up really early. I try to meditate because there's so much time in the day. So that's actually like my time of prayer, my time
Uh-huh.
of meditation, just keeping quiet during the mornings. And I run, then I swim, then I hit the gym, then I eat my breakfast. then
Wow.
then I, and then I trained some of the few people here in Bacolod already started training. You can see in the video it's loading right now.
Yeah. Oo. Ayan,
Um,
ayan. Oh.
yeah, that's in one of the boutique hotels here in Bacolod, Stonehill. So that's another thing, helping the businesses here also locally because there's so many places that have shut down because of the operations, like walang tao normally, and really a way for them to see that hey, you can work out here, even if like I guess there's not much tourists checking in right now. So at the very least, there are other spaces in the establishments that they can still utilize. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Galing, galing. Kita nyo looking for ways itong si Bea to help other people in not just inspiring them but actually teaching them no some easy workout exercises. Bea, thanks for sharing that. I'll shift to Ines naman no, and while doing that, before ipasok natin si Ines, we'll put Bea on the side for a while. Shout out to Rani Ram saying hi Chiki, hi Bea, hi Ines. Thank you Rani Ram. Maraming salamat sa iyo. At shout out to Isko. Uy, Isko. Maraming salamat. Okay. Christine Inabayan. Thank you. Thank you for watching, Christina. Ines. Ayan, no, si Rani Ram. Ah? Oh. Shout out, Isko. Yes, Isko. Thank you. Christine, maraming salamat sa iyo, Christina. Ines, ikaw, would you consider yourself as a natural born athlete? Di ba may term tayo na NBA, a natural born athlete? Kasi I got to know you kahit na nung hindi ka pa kayo kasal ni Elmer. Hindi ka naman talaga atleta nun eh. But, di ba? But do you consider yourself as an NBA, natural born athlete?
I never really thought about it in that sense, but I suppose you could say that we do have a line of athletes in the family. My brother
Really?
was, yeah, my brother was in a lot of varsity teams when he was in high school and in college before he
Okay.
passed away. My cousins were all in varsity teams also. They were all in the football varsities of their respective colleges. My mom was one of the pioneers of the WNCAA.
What?
She was the team captain of the Philippine team for women's basketball.
Again, pioneer member ng WNCAA basketball Philippine team.
Philippine women's basketball. So,
My goodness.
isa
Okay.
siya dun sa mga nag-start ng women's basketball in the Philippines.
How tall is your mom?
She's around my height, 5'6".
Wow. Okay, so nasa dugo nyo. Nasa dugo nyo pala yung pagiging atleta.
Baka nasa dugo. But parang I never really, like, even if I was exposed to it, like, I would always watch my cousins when they'd have games. I would watch my brother when he would train. I was never really interested in sports
Mhm.
growing up. Like, I mean, until now, I can't really understand, the games, like basketball and soccer, but I enjoy watching it. I enjoy watching my cousins play. But it's something that I never really found interesting.
Actually, yung basketball, tingnan mo lang sino mas maraming points at the end of 40
Yun
minutes.
nga, pero hindi ko alam yung mga
Para-
like yung sa soccer, sa football, hindi ko alam yung mga offside, yung mga ganyan.
Ay, mahirap. Mahirap nga
Diba?
himayin yon. But, okay, so, brother into sports, si mommy, pioneer member pala ng national squad. But you're into a totally different set of sports, if I would say so. Yung set of sports, ano? Meaning, multisports, triathlon, three different disciplines, swim, bike, and run. But minsan you also go duathlon, aquathlon. How did multisport find its way into your life?
Well, having a family and cousins and also Elmer, he was into triathlon already and into running actually. And since most of like my cousins were always active and they would exercise, like sometimes I had the chance to join them. Like sometimes they would ask me to run with them. Like one time nga chick nakita kita sa
Oh,
BGC,
oh,
my cousin Dre invited me, well, not invited me, forced me to run with her.
okay.
I saw you there, you were also running. Hirap na hirap
Oh,
talaga ako, hindi ko talaga hindi ko kinakaya. Parang I was thinking, parang hindi naman masaya to. Ang hirap. And then one time also, I ran with Elmer. Wala pang 5 minutes. I excused myself and I walked home.
but what
So,
made you fall get I mean, what made you like the sport and eventually fall in love with it? Kasi yung sharing mo ngayon parang ayoko but
oo,
then
hirap
again,
ako nun sa mga running, ganyan. Parang I couldn't find my rhythm. I couldn't find the joy in it. And then, well, years after those experiences, I was having a really, really stressful day. And
okay.
I just wanted to like step out, clear my head. Um, During the time, the kids were still small, so I didn't really have the luxury of time and the luxury of like getting a massage or whatever. So I decided to just step out just for a quick breather to walk or to run. So at that time nga wala pa akong running shoes. So I put on the set of cross trainers that I had and then I went out for a quick run walk. Super short lang, super easy. And then when I got home, I felt a lot better. Parang na-clear yung worry ko, na-clear yung stress, yung anxiety. And after that, I started doing it more regularly. I went for another run the following day. And then I guess it just progressed. Eventually, I was doing 5K, then 10K, and so on. And yun nga,
Nice.
since my family was already into triathlon, I guess I had the exposure and um, yun, after that I started swimming and then I started biking and then ganun lang.
Ines, just like Bea, okay. What's your what should I say trigger or what pushes you to always thrive for excellence? Si Bea, sabi ko siya when I was watching her when she was competing pa nung nag-aaral pa yan, ano yan beast Ayaw niya ng eto lang, always dapat mas magaling sa kahapon ko. And I saw that in you when you started your triathlon journey. Ano yung what drives you to always thrive for excellence?
Well, for me, it's not so much about thriving for excellence as defined by standards of society. And
Okay.
I also try to teach my kids that it's not about the grades. It's not about the medals. It's not about the trophies. And I really believe that it's not about these things. These things are good. I mean, are okay,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all about the process, learning from the process, enjoying the journey, and knowing that you did your best. So for me, it's really more of that, and not just with triathlon. I don't know if, I mean, believe it or not, it's not really something like excellence is not really the thing that pushes me or motivates me.
Mm-hmm.
I think of it more of a byproduct of living in the moment, of enjoying it, of small repeated efforts, and of being able to do what you're passionate about. So for me, it's that. Like, it's not really about being excellent. It's not being about better than anyone else. It's not about the competition. It's really more of like, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy training. I enjoy racing. And
Uh-huh.
and I learn a lot from it. And if excellence is a byproduct of that, well and good. But that's not really the end goal for me.
Love the mindset. I love that mindset, Ines. Si Bea kanina shared yung kanyang, well, training regimen, which is one is waking up at 5:45 in the morning. Ah, my goodness. Ikaw, meron ka bang ganyan na do you wake up as early or earlier or ano bang daily
Now
fitness
ba? Ngayon
activity
ba?
niya? Oh,
Now
ikaw.
or
Well,
during
on a
normal?
regular basis. I mean, hindi na pala regular ngayon, no? Before the pandemic at
Before the
ngayong pumasok
pandemic.
yung ano. Oo.
Before the pandemic, I wouldn't. It depends on the day. Like if I had to bike out, then I would wake up really early because we'd have to ride out. Um, but otherwise, not really so early. Most of the time, I still get to say bye to the kids or see them off when they go to school.
Aha.
But on other days, I just leave a note when I have to leave early. I just leave a note for them. Um, Training regimen, Monday, Wednesday. This was before the
Oo.
pandemic. Monday, Wednesday, Friday would be swim.
Okay.
Tuesday would be ride out. Thursday would be either trainer or run. And then I make it a point not to have long outdoor trainings during weekends because that's when the kids are home. So I just do short, or if hindi kayang short, at least indoor workouts.
Wow. Kinukuwento mo pa lang napagod na ako eh dun sa 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 schedule mo. I'd like to bring Bea back in, no? The three of us in one screen. And direct, if you could pull out itong comment ni JB Serrano because I want to ask this to both Ines and Bea. Habang hinuhugot ni Direk yung comment, and Bea will bring you back in. This is a nice note here by JB Serrano of Vitargo. Very humble beginnings and very inspiring story for Ines. Okay, but the question I'd like to ask sa inyong dalawa, did you guys encounter injuries in the beginning stages of your sports careers? And if yes, how did you address this? Paano nyo to nilabanan? We'll start with Bea. Ikaw, Bea.
Well, God forbid I haven't really had a major injury, but I think I sprained my ankles too much already that whenever I sprain it doesn't even hurt that much anymore after 5 minutes. There would be pain, but it goes away. But yeah, nothing really. And I guess with my pain tolerance, it's just that I don't know. I haven't really had a major injury, just minor sprains. Um, yeah. So maybe because I eat well and I sleep well, and I don't really have any vices. Like I don't really drink
Nice.
alcohol. I don't party too much. So I think yeah. I'm just I haven't really had major injuries especially in the beginning stages or even now. Um,
Nice to hear that. Siguro tama yung sinabi mo, Bea, no? Because you exercise regularly, it strengthens your whole
Yeah, I
body, di
also
ba?
think it's the sleeping. Like,
Oo.
I never really had anything other than my studies and my volleyball. So that was my priority, and don't party too much as well. So I get good sleep
Ikaw,
and
Ines, meron ka ba? Ang maganda yung sabi ni Bea, sleep, yung training niya na nakatulong in strengthening her whole body. But before you answer, Ines, direct, kailangan ilabas mo tong nasa ilalim nung JB Serrano. Kailangan natin ilabas tong comment na to dahil very meaningful itong comment ni Elmer Santiago. Elmer Santiago is the husband, by the way, of Ines. And we'll pull it out. Yan, oh.
Para sa'yo yata yan, chick eh.
Akin ba to?
Para
Elmer,
sa'yo yan.
Elmer, akin pala yan. Mua-mua to you too, Elmer.
Para sa'yo yan.
Hindi, tama Ines. I got a text here. Akin nga daw yan, hindi daw sa'yo yan.
O,
Okay.
diba? Sabi ko sa'yo.
Ines, just like Bea, did you have any injuries before when you started getting serious with triathlon?
In the start, I had like very minor, I wouldn't really call it injuries. I had minor like toe problems. I guess finding the right shoe
Uh-uh.
or the right size, the right fit. My toe would like bleed or I don't know, but I had like really minor issues about toes in the start with running. But as for a major injury, I had one in 2018. I had what was it? Something tendonite. I'm not really sure what it was. Anyway, it lasted for around 4 months. This was right after Langkawi, right after training for Langkawi. I guess it was because I didn't really rest properly.
Okay.
And then thankfully I recovered from it just 1 month before Ironman Philippines.
Galing.
So that was a frustrating time for me. I
Galing.
couldn't run.
Alam mo guys, yung shinare nyo, kasi nga, parehas kayong fitness, if I should say, fitness gurus. Or you really practice what you preach. You guys are kondisyon, sabi nga ni Bea, tulog, importante ang pahinga. Eto, may tatanong ako sa inyo. What if I can give you a gift that will make your muscles recover faster and make you perform better and at the same time make you look good? Will you accept it?
Of course.
Any good will make me feel better.
Then having said that, in a snap of my finger here, Bea and Ines, on the way to Bacolod right now are gifts from 2 times you. Sa inyo yan. We'll be giving you tights, and reason being is we saw that you guys you wear tights. Bea, you wear a lot of tights pag nag-workout ka. Ines, I've seen you in tights too when you jog and you do your exercises and your yoga. But you know what? Sabi ni 2 times you, with how you guys are helping people and how you guys are inspiring people, would like to help you also make sure that your bodies are protected from fatigue, injuries, and you recover faster. And I hope you get to like the gifts that we'll be sending to you. Having said that, do you guys, what makes you feel good pag suot nyo yung tights when you're wearing that? Nakakadagdag kumpiyansa ba yan pag nag-exercise? Bea, when you look good, do you at the same time exercise better? Di ba may ganong saying na if you look good, you play well? Do you believe that?
I think I have to feel good first before looking good. So if comfort is really one thing, like I can see that if I'm not comfortable, I feel like parang pangit. But I feel like if you feel good, then it transitions to actually also looking good. So just like what Ines was saying, she was just happy with the runs and everything that she was doing, and it makes her happy. And that's why it projects to looking good also, because we are happy with what we're doing. And if 2XU can make us even feel better with our training, then definitely that's gonna give us a times more multiplier with how we look, with how we feel.
Ikaw, Ines, if you get to try that, of course, we're gonna make sure that you check on your performance because itong 2 times you, I'm not kidding you guys. I'll cut. You'll feel the recovery, especially when your muscles are all tired and all. Do you agree with
Yeah,
what Bea shared? When you look good, you feel good, you perform better.
yep, yeah, for sure. And also, when you get to recover, um, if your recovery is quicker and more efficient, your body becomes more efficient when it comes to recovery, you can definitely perform better.
Uh-uh.
Kasi pag sore yung muscles mo, yun nga, if you have injuries, of course, it's really frustrating. And in effect, parang not only physically you can't do the work, but also mentally because it kind of discourages you. You get frustrated with not being
Uh-huh.
able to perform. So recovery is very important. I mean, not just with try. I'm sure with every other sport, but especially with try. Because
Mm-hmm.
I know triathletes parang sige go lang, go lang, mileage, volume, and everything. So they don't, I guess, because in the beginning also, I didn't really realize that recovery was part of the program. Diba?
Uh-huh.
Parang ayaw mo mag-rest, sayang, baka sayang work mo the prior season if you rest, but recovery is really part of the entire picture. So it's important to recover when you can recover better, um, by using those compression tights
Mm-hmm.
or other like leggings and products like that. It helps you recover faster. And apart from nutrition, that's a different topic.
I love it. And that's one reason why I invited you guys here. Dahil sabi ko nga, susurpresahin ko kayo nung gift namin ng 2 times you sa inyo. Because when we were discussing, sabi ko, these ladies, they use their legs a lot, no? Bea, in jumping and doing all those unbelievable jumping squats ka pa nga minsan, Bea, with weights. I would see that. And then see Ines, when you pedal that bicycle, when you use those legs for your long distance swim, and when you do those long distance runs, this will definitely help you. You mentioned tights, you mentioned compression tights and leggings. Ang tanong ko, okay, and please bear with me, ladies, to our viewers who love wearing leggings or tights, don't just get tights na just for the sake of Japorms lang, no, yung itsura lang. Get a functional one. And I'm gonna ask this question to you: do your tights do this for you? And that question rather will be answered by this very nice video from 2 times you. Watch this.
Finish line.
Oh, mabalik yan. Mabalik yan. Huwag kayong mag-alala. It will come back. Because I want to ask you, ano ba ang konsepto nyo on finish lines? Direct, anytime when you're ready. Go ahead.
Finish lines. They are why we start, but never why we stop. They are secret deals we make with ourselves. They aren't about how far we've come, but about how better we can be. Some lines we cross today, and some are for tomorrow. What's your finish line?
Well, that is one video that I would like to share with you. But on the tights video, ito yon. Ito yung gusto namin pakita sa inyo. Kung ano ba nagagawa ng current compression tights or leggings that you have. And to answer that question, ito yung video na I was telling you about, showing all the numbers of what 2 times you can do to help you multiply human performance. Watch this. Ha? Kita niyo yan? What can your tights do for you if you're wearing 2 times U? All of those things mangyayari sa inyo. Mentioned by Ines, mentioned by Bea, recovery is crucial. Protecting your muscles crucial. Okay. Hiwalayan natin yung sports journey nyo. As we pull this out, nice. Don Velasco, Flying Don V, tuned in, saying hello to Ines. Hi, Coach Don Velasco. Okay. Incidentally, athletes out there, if you want help in getting into a different type of athlete, yung performance matindi, Don Velasco. Okay, hanapin po ninyo yan. And ito ang guru ng numero. 'Di ba, Ines? Numbers person to si Coach Don V. And you will like how paano niya himayin or i-dissect. Coach, thanks for watching. Okay, ladies, sports on the side. I want to talk to you guys about being entrepreneurs. Negosyante. We'll start with Bea. You were organizing beach volleyball tournaments, di ba? Beach Volleyball Republic. Then, boom! Pandemic struck. Boom! You're in Bacolod since March. How did you reinvent yourself there? Hindi kayong type na uupo lang eh. Hindi, I know you. You won't take things sitting down. What was the new thing that you put your heart into in the past 2 months, Bea?
Well, definitely like BVR and events not being able to like push through this year. It's like when you it's like the opposite of hitting two birds in one stone. It hit me like twice as much because number one, I can't play. I can't play beach volleyball right now, and that's the reason why actually I started Beach Volleyball Republic, because I wanted to continue on playing beach volleyball even after college. So I grew into me organizing events, and it's actually really fun, like going around different beaches in the Philippines, traveling like almost every month, every weekend we go somewhere, we check the place, we see if it's good there. And also traveling with my teammates, with my partners like Charo and Z and Phil and Gretchen. So we can't do that anymore now, and I'm such a yeah, it's what you say. I can't really just sit down in one place and be in one place and just stay there. So I'm a doer. I really want to do things. I want to get going, and I feel like that's also why my days have to be structured in a way, because that's what makes me happy, moving, going, doing something. So having been here in Bacolod since March, April, May, June, July, almost 6 months already, has put me in a different mindset, different challenge per se, because it's like I'm stuck with myself really. Like, what can I do? So here in Bacolod, I capitalize on what I have, which is at the very least I have a gym here that I can get access to in the village. So I go there every day. I never miss a day. And I run around the village as well. I've been running, and that actually since March I've been doing that. And it got me inspired in terms of like, what else can I do if this thing will like continue on for the next month. So 3 months ago, I started a platform online, which is Be Fit and Healthy. Basically, it's just inspiring people to get healthier, get active, eat well, and exercise. That's the tagline, which is really like what I try to embody. Like, I want to eat well and I want to exercise. I have a meal plan because, as what I mentioned, my mom cooks every day, and if I don't plan my meals, I'm gonna probably end up eating every hour. So I created a meal plan and partnered with a local
So we'll check the signal again of Bea there. It happens, but this is yung we'll try to show you yung Be Fit and Healthy, BFH. It's on Instagram. We were checking it earlier. And Bea shares there yung mga nutritious. Ayan, go ahead, Bea. You're back. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know I was cut off. I was saying that, well, I created an online platform which is Be Fit and Healthy, and the tagline is Eat Well and Exercise. So it's two services that it's really like just giving back to the community that I'm in right now, which is a community where I grew up in also, which is Negros.
Uh-huh.
And I want people to be inspired to eat well and to exercise and to get the best out of like their lifestyle, and if not, improve their lifestyle, because there's really no better time than now for a lifestyle overhaul. Like if you haven't been eating healthy, then maybe think about like creating changes with what you do, with what you normally do, and start little by little, like minding what you eat, because it's really critical in terms of health. Like alcohol spraying or disinfectant, we have to also think about like how can we up our immunity,
Hmm.
and that's really like through exercise and eating better.
Um, correct me if I'm wrong, Bea. Available to sa Bacolod lang, 'di ba? Sa area mo lang itong BFH.
Yes,
You
we
have, you have plans of bringing this to Manila? And can people in Bacolod also get in touch through the IG and order if they're interested in trying out some of the fine dishes that you and your sister have been preparing?
Yeah, they can visit our Instagram page, Be Fit and Healthy. It's available in Bacolod, but I'm already actually in talks with in Manila, because I'm moving. Well, business is really in Manila.
Okay.
If I'm gonna have volleyball still down the line, most definitely, and working on getting back to play again.
Yeah.
I don't think that if I don't actually do something about beach volleyball, I don't think that we're gonna be able to play anytime soon. So I want to be on track and at the very least up to date with that, and that has to be in Manila. But I really do love what I've created. Because it inspires people that I get to talk to, and they've
Mm-hmm.
been there since the start for 3 months. They've been with me, and the impact to how they've changed your lifestyle, thought about exercising, thought about eating better. It's very satisfying the way I see it. So I definitely would want to bring it to Manila. And I'm in talks also with a gym that has a cafe, that has a balcony, that could very well be a hub for Be Fit and Healthy. Just a place wherein they can get good food, organic food, healthy food, and can be delivered straight to their houses. So Manila is definitely one, hopefully in the future, near future.
Galing. Um, check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Another classic example of how to multiply human performance. Bea not taking it sitting down. Okay, takbo ko, meditate ako sa umaga, then boom, this bright idea comes into play. Prepare nutritious, healthy food, easy to prepare. Boom, another idea pops up, open it to Bacolod, and then now you're planning to bring it to Manila. Fantastic idea, Bea. I'll ask the same question to Ines. Okay, I'll bring Ines in. Ines, in your case, um, being an entrepreneur, you have a clothing business, 'di ba, Ines? That
Yes.
I think your mom started, and you're
Garment
running it now.
manufacturing. Yeah, garment manufacturing.
Okay.
Before I took over her business, I had my own small um business also that was also baby clothes.
Okay.
So when my mom decided that she didn't want to continue, um, she started kasi the business when I was born. So tagal na. And but her majority of her production was for export.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the recession in the US hit, she was hit kasi puro export siya eh. So yung market medyo nag-change, and she didn't want to continue anymore. She said maybe it's time to give it up. But you could see that, emotionally she didn't want to let go.
Okay.
So she said, "Do you want to handle it?" So I said, "Okay." Um, but now it's a totally different business because it's not export anymore. We're not exporting anymore. I mostly retail and custom,
Okay.
but still garments and still the same product that she was producing, which is hand smocked or hand embroidered children's dresses, children's clothes.
But apart from that, Ines, okay, so you do that, yung clothing business, 'di ba, na na mention mo, you're also a teacher. Am I right? You're tama ba? Professor. Yo?
Professor talaga.
Tama?
Yes.
For what school and what level?
I've been teaching in the University of Asia and the Pacific for
How many years na?
a long time. Ayaw
Ilan na?
sabihin kasi yung mga 16 years na. Mga
16
16.
years.
Yeah,
And
16
sino
years.
mga estudyante mo? Ano ka ba? Sa preschool?
Freshman. Freshman, college freshman.
Wow! Talaga?
Yeah.
Okay. Hindi naman, nagkaka-crush ba sa yung mga estudyante mo, Ines, pag nagtuturo ka?
When I started, I was teaching third year college, sorry, high school tuloy. Third year college, and the age gap was not that big.
I
Kaya
know.
sabi
Oo.
ko, I told my boss, can you just transfer me to teaching freshmen, or at least, kasi some of them, inabutan ko pa nung college ako, inabutan ko pa sila doon. So parang, I would see them out. Parang ikaw, chick, di ba?
Huwag mo na ibalik yun doon. Matagal na yun. Panahon pa ni Magellan yun nung
So
nagturo
yun.
ako noon.
But yeah, 16 years. But now I'm part-time na lang, part-time.
And how do you balance it? The business, teaching, training, and family. I'll ask that question later on to Bea too. Pero ikaw muna ang tanongin ko. Paano mo nagagawa yun? Tuturo ka, yung clothing or retail business nyo, and then you mentioned your training, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. How do you strike a balance there, Ines?
Well, I think it helps that my time is flexible.
Okay.
You know, I really admire moms who are in 8 to 5 jobs and they still find the discipline to train. I admire that. Because I'm not in that situation. So I'm sure mas mahirap yun. Since my time is flexible and I can schedule it as I see fit, I think it's just a matter of finding the right routine that works for you.
Mm-hmm.
More of that. And then of course, since I don't know if Coach Don is still watching, but training smart. He really helped me manage the training time. So it's not all about training. Of course, we have other responsibilities also to do. And for the business, I have a good manager who handles the production because the business is based here in Culupandan and I'm based in Manila. So we just coordinate regularly, and of course, technology also helps because I can work from anywhere. And then
Ganda,
as for teaching,
Oh,
I teach once a week.
once a
So
week. So,
once a week,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now, we're showing some of yung mga nasa site nung Ines. Tama, no? Ines, yung, that's the site, right? It's named
Yes.
after you.
Yes. It's named
Ines,
after me.
it's,
My mom was the one who started it. So she named it after me.
that's INES. Go to that site if you're looking for um, magagandang mga damit po no, ng mga kids. You'll see it there. And ganda nung mga designs as well. Direct, let's bring back Bea in. I'd like to ask her the same question I asked Ines. Bea, how do you do all of those things and still excel or succeed in sports, in being an entrepreneur, and still wake up at 5:45 in the morning? How do you do it?
I guess waking up earlier gives me more time to actually do things that I want to do. But it's really more of like putting in different hats. So like if I'm in the morning, if I'm training, then I put on my athlete hat. But after that, I put on my business woman, if you say
Ah,
hat. But also like there's also as well like family time and being a sister and all that. It's making sure that I allocate time for it, and I not necessarily like what do you call that, multitask, but it's actually like allocating certain time during the day to do a certain thing one at a time. So I guess that's how I'm able to manage doing these things. And being a student athlete, growing up a student athlete my entire life, has made me be able to manage that. That I am always wearing different hats at the same time in certain times, and making sure that I do my best whenever I wear a certain hat. So there.
Galing ah. And Bea, we're showing now itong yung newly created Instagram account of Be Fit and Healthy, BFH. And the other gorgeous lady that you're seeing in some of those pictures, yung youngest sister ni Bea, and they're in this together. You'll see them exercising together. You'll see them eating nutritious food together, and you'll see them sometimes goofing around with each other too, di ba? Yeah.
Yes. My sister has been my lockdown buddy. So we eat together. We eat everything together. So if it's cookies to cakes, we've had many faces. We've tried all the carrot cakes here. We've tried all the banana cakes. But there was a point wherein we're like, if we're gonna keep on eating all these sweets that we have available in Bacolod, we need certain days that we need to plan our meals and not overeat every day. So that's where the Be Fit and Healthy actually came about. It was for me and my sister to at the very least try to hold ourselves on certain days so we can give in for other days that we want to eat all the sweets that we want.
Ang ganda, ang ganda. Very inspiring talaga po if you're watching this right now. And incidentally, both ladies that we're showing you here on the screen are great volleyball players. So make sure you follow BFH and watch out when it hits Manila very, very soon. You mentioned being a sister. We'll jump to the family side na, Bea and Ines. So I'll start with Bea. You continue to multiply your performance as a human being. Okay. Bilang isang kapatid. Sino si Bea as a sister? And wag lang sister, sige. Bea as a sister, as a daughter, and even as a tita. Di ba? May yung older sisters mo, may or your sister mo may anak na eh. Share that with us, Bea.
Much like how I do things with regards to like sports and volleyball and the businesses, I always make sure that I make time for the people that I love, which are basically the people that I grew up with. My sisters, most especially. One of my sisters is working in Canada, went back here last March, but also already left. So she's back in Canada. My other sister is in the States, but with the internet and being online and everything gets us closer. So we really do keep in touch on a daily basis. My
Uh-huh.
sister, also my younger sister, I'm more of like a really like an ate to her, manang, if you're gonna call it here in Bacolod. So I feel like I'm there to protect her, to support her in the things that she also loved doing, which is basically similar to me as well, like working out. Yeah, that's my sister, Kat, my older sister, and our eldest is in the States. Internet keeps us closer nowadays. My sister got stuck here with me also, but had to go back to Canada already just this August. So she's there right now as a nurse as well. Really like spending time with them. My mom and dad also as a daughter. I always make sure that I'm lambing when it's
Uh-huh.
needed. When
When
it's
it's needed.
needed.
May caveat yun, ha?
'Cause it's an effort. I mean, we have different strengths. Like, but I guess I'm actually the tougher one compared to the four out
Talaga?
of the four. Yeah. So
Okay.
you're always saying I'm a robot. I don't show much feelings, but we have our strengths.
Ikaw ba yung ano? Ikaw ba yung pinaka-feisty of all four? I
I
mean,
can't
compared to your
say.
other three siblings rather.
I think my older sister, the second one, is the feistier. I'm
Oh.
more on the don't mess with me, I'm just quiet, but I'll...
Mahirap yan, 4 kayong Maria, no? So sinong
Yeah,
ano?
no, we really are Marias. Like,
Oh,
we're all Marias. My
oh,
eldest sister is Maria Angelica.
wow.
My second older sister is Maria Katrina. I'm Maria Beatrice. And then the youngest is Maria Giselle.
4 na Maria. Totoo pala yon.
Yes.
Okay, mamaya may tatanong ko sa pagiging Maria ninyo. I will in the hot 6. Watch out for that. I'm giving you a heads up on that already. I'll go to to Ines. Okay, Ines, ikaw naman. How's Ines as a daughter, as a wife, and a mom to two boys? Talang natin nandiyan pa ba si Ines? We'll try to get Ines back in the frame. Okay. Sino si Ines? As a daughter, as a wife. Mamaya, labas natin yung comment ni Elmer. Nandun pala yung site if you want to visit yung business ni Ines. But who's Ines? As a daughter, wife, and mom.
Parang pareho kami ng sagot ni Bea.
Nag-usap ba kayo?
Pareho kami ng personality. Ngayon ko lang alam. Parang, well, I guess, like as a woman, and I'm not just talking about myself, I'm talking about
Okay.
like women nowadays. Women nowadays, we all wear many hats, like Bea was saying. We all play many roles. Diba? I mean, I'm not just speaking for myself. I'm speaking for the women of this generation.
Okay.
So, each role requires a different side of me.
Oh, okay.
And I just try to be present in the moment and try to do things with intention so that I don't like jumble up all the roles that I need to play. Like Bea, I'm not much of, the emotional type. So, I'm not, pero kasi 'di ba mga taga Bacolod malambing daw.
Well, pati yung intonation, yung 'di ba, pag nagsasalita, galit na kayo, kala namin malambing pa rin kayo eh.
'Di ba?
But I guess you
So,
guys are naturally like that, 'di ba? Yung malambing ang mga Negrense.
sabi nila.
O Elmer, paki-confirm nga at mag-message ka ulit dyan sa comment section. So, ganun ka rin. I mean, as a daughter, as a wife, and as a mom. Yan ang and yan yung Ines Santiago outside of being an athlete.
yeah, I'm pretty much me. I'm pretty much the same. Like, of course, like I was saying, each role will require a different side of me.
Yeah.
But it's still all me.
It's still all you. Yeah. Galing. Okay, let's bring Bea back in. Ito yung second to the last segment natin. Okay. We've discussed how you guys are trying to outdo yourselves as athletes, as entrepreneurs, as Bea Tan inside the house and Ines Santiago inside the house. And before I ask that, ito si Brax muna, oh. Si Mr. Bracamonte is saying, "Hi, Idol Ines." Brax, thanks for watching. One of also good athletes of sa triathlon, no? Si Brax. Thanks, Brax. We'll go to the second to the last segment. Atleta kayo, negosyante, anak, daughter, wife, mom, okay? Where does faith or how does faith come into play para sa inyo? Okay, we'll start with Bea. Anong role ng pananampalataya, faith, Bea, sa buhay mo in being an athlete, in being a daughter, in being an entrepreneur?
Well, my mom brought us up with the Roman Catholic faith and having that religious side with her, always bringing us to church and always believing in a higher being, which is God. And I grew up with that, and I believe in that as well. It makes, I guess, in whatever that I do, it makes it even more. So it gives more meaning to why I do things. not only because of me, but because I have a God that created me. I have a God that gives me strength. And whenever things become difficult, like even as simple as like I'm out of breath in my
Uh-huh.
workouts, I can push for more because of a God that I believe in that can create and be more, that's more than me. And if I'm created in that image and likeness of him, then maybe I can do some more. So it holds me together. It holds me like it definitely is a strong foundation. And I'm so happy that my parents brought me up with that religion, with that faith, with that belief. So yeah, I guess as I grow older and as I grow more mature, me being Bea, as what Ines was saying, wearing different hats, I am able to do more because I believe that there's a certain being, certain power that's bigger than me.
Galing. Ay, yun yung pantahi dun eh, no? Yun yung pantahi dun, yun yung pang mold together nun. Having that, acknowledging that supreme being on top of you and helping you achieve all these. I'd like to hear from Ines. Ines, in your end, uh, triathlon, teaching, negosyante, nanay, asawa. How does faith come into play for you?
I think it's really my faith that keeps me sane. Um, not just with triathlon, of course, with everything. It's my faith in my God, the spirituality that comes with it that keeps me sane. 'Di ba minsan pag sobrang haba ng karera or
Mm.
ng training, parang people would always ask, what are you thinking during those times, 'di ba?
Oo nga.
And for me, like during those times kasi haba ng swim, haba ng bike, haba ng run, what are you thinking? Well, ako busy ako niyan, may mga kausap ako habang nagte-train, habang nagre-race. I'm conversing with my God and my angels for the most
Talaga?
part. Yeah, for the most part. So for me, it's really a form of prayer. That's my form of prayer. I'm in meditation. I'm in prayer during those times, and I'm in the zone. Parang I'm in the zone, and it's not because I'm focused. It's not because I'm focused on the race, but it's because I'm in meditation and prayer. So yun, my faith is really a lot stronger than my fear. That's why I think I'm able to do all of these things. Because I believe in in God, and I believe in the God-given strength that I have.
I I like what you shared there, Ines. Kumakarera ka, di might as well mag-meditate ka na, no? Through the whole race. And correct me if I'm wrong. Minsan, you're deep into meditation by the time you know it, ay, tapos na pala. Okay na pala yung race ko. I'm almost at the finish line. Am I right? Ganun ba yung feeling minsan?
Ganun yung feeling. But of course, sa haba niyan, it's not as easy as that also. There are times that you lose the connection, lose the focus. But for the most part, it really is prayer.
Well said there. Well said. And sakto tong ano, itong comment ni Griff Olfindo. Direct yung puro emoji, ilabas lang natin ah. I guess this says it all. Pointing upwards, no? Making sure that you have that faith, you have that heart. Ano ba yung dulo? Kidlat ba
Light,
yan?
light, light.
Ilaw ba yan?
Light yan, chick, light. Love and
Light?
light.
Oh, ayan, no? Kita mo na. So, Griff, thank you for sharing that message. Sakto eh. We're nearing the end of our show. No, papunta na tayo sa finish line. Sabi nga ni Ines, it propels her, it brings her to meditation all the way to the finish line. Direct, can we pull out Bea again dito sa ating diskusyonan? We're at the end, ladies, of our kwentuhan. Imagine, I gulat ako. 6:26 na pala. Oh, we went a little overtime. Pasensya na kayo. But we're nearing the finish line, and for sure, kayong dalawa, when you reach the finish line, you're looking for the next starting line again, ano? It doesn't end. The finish line doesn't end. Um, Before I ask for your final messages, gusto ko lang pakita to sa mga viewers natin, ano. I saw Bea, she was nodding. Uh, yung finish line sa buhay natin, not the reason why we start, 'di ba? Uh, they are the reason rather why we start, but not the reason why we stop. Kasi ang dami nating karera pa eh, 'di ba? And napakita niyo 'yan eh sa dami ng endeavors ninyo. So, we'll show you this nice video of two times you in inspiring you guys that naghahanap ng finish line dito sa pinagdadaanan natin. Hang in there. We're gonna see that soon. And sa mga bawat pagsusubok natin, isipin ninyo, pag natapos natin, meron pa ulit. So just keep the faith going, okay? So enjoy this video before I ask the final words of Bea and Ines. This is the finish line video of Two Times You.
Finish lines. They're why we start, but never why we stop. They are secret deals we make with ourselves. They aren't about how far we've come, but about how better we can be. Some lines we cross today, and some are for tomorrow. What's your finish line?
Gandang food for thought yun, no? Question up in your heads, diba? Finish lines are why we start, but never why we stop. Sabi ng video. Secret deals that we make with ourselves. They're not about how far we've come, but how better we can be. Diba? Na outdo ourselves. And some lines we cross today, others we cross tomorrow. Bea, Ines, we're nearing the end of our show before the Hot Six. I want to hear you guys give your final messages sa ating viewers who've been watching us for over an hour already. And tough to really stay strong in spite of this pandemic, not only physically, but also mentally. And I'm sure they'd love to hear from you ladies. Bea, we'll start with you.
Chicky?
Yes.
Sorry, but what was that?
Sorry, well, I would like to hear your final message to everyone watching, seeking inspiration dahil ang hirap eh itong pinagdadaanan natin, ano, and not only staying physically fit but also mentally fit, and would love to hear from you. Go ahead, Bea.
The video really was what you said is a really good food for thought. Like something that gets us started is a finish line, but also like with this pandemic, it may have rocked like what our definition of a finish line is. And what I've been doing for the past few weeks is also basically creating small finish lines. So what keeps me at the very least positive is to create small wins to get me going. So it never really just a one-time thing wherein after one thing that you do, that's when you can stop and just bahala na. But it's actually a motivator for you to get on to another thing and then to another thing. So there's a lot of uncertainties that's happening right now, especially, and we don't know when it's gonna, how or when we can all adapt to this new normal. I don't think it's ever gonna get back to normal, but I'm hopeful that we can all adapt to whatever this pandemic has brought upon, and I hope we can adapt sooner or later with regards to, like, especially in sports. I hope we can run again. I hope we can bike again. I hope we can have tournaments again to play in. But with that not happening right now, we can create our small wins with our day-to-day, starting small, starting little, but also like celebrating those small wins to get us through the day, through the week, through the months of this uncertainty. Yeah.
Wow. Creating those small finish lines. I love that. Very inspiring um, words from Bea. So kung kaya niyong gayahin yun, no? Make those achievable goals nga. Ines, how about you?
For me, I think the message that I would like to share would be never underestimate the importance of self-care. Especially for women, we're always having to take care of other people, of course, of kids, of of other people in general. Especially now, the importance of self-care should not be underestimated. And I'm not just talking about self-care in terms of physical. I'm not just talking about having a balanced diet or exercising, which is of course very important for our immune system. But I'm also talking about just taking the time out for yourself, whether it's doing something you love or doing nothing at all, just taking a break. I think that's the message that I want to share, Chick, na importante din yung rest or yung talagang walang gagawin if that's what it takes for you to show yourself that you care about yourself also.
Wow, thank you. Ines Santiago, we're heading towards our last segment. Ito yung fun part. Prior to that, I'll pull out some messages here. Nakakatuwa lang. Lauren Sanchez says, maraming salamat. Ako pa lang. Binanggit niya dito. Aba, yung Patayang Butiki. Lawrence, pagbalik ng PBA, abangan mo Patayang Butiki on one side. On the other, mag-iimbento pa ako kung ano nasa kabila ng board, okay? But, Lawrence, thanks for watching. Richard Javier, curious ako what Idol Chiki, I think, thinks to, no? Thinks when doing triathlons din. When I do the shorter ones, I think of the cold beer at the end of the race. Yan ang iniisip ko. Rikitoy. And, Tita Enoch Santiago. My goodness. Hi, Tita Enoch. Thanks for watching. The mother-in-law of Ines. Tita, thank you for watching. Congrats daw to these two super women, super Negrenses. Tita, thanks for watching, okay? Mike Kabunse, maraming salamat. I know. Flex your muscles, ladies. That's for you. Mike, salamat. Hot 6, katuwaan portion na tayo before pakawalan tong dalawang to. Ladies, I'll be asking 6 questions. Top of mind answers dapat. Okay? Hindi pwede mandaya, But, I'll go this way. Para naman, si Ines natakot bigla. It's hot 6 combined. Hot 6 combined. So, 3 for Ines, 3 for Bea. Okay? Huwag kayong magalala. Bea, unang tanong ko sa'yo. Pinaka masasabi mong kinatatakutan mong kalaban noon nung nagva-volleyball ka? Fiercest opponent mo nung naglalaro ka?
UST. In beach volleyball. UST.
Anyone in particular? O yung buong team nun?
Maru Banatikla and Judy Caballero.
Talaga?
Eliza and I lost in the finals. Do or die. We won game 1. They won the game 2. Game 3, we lost it. And with an injury on the other side of the team. So everybody thought they were gonna win. We were gonna win already. So that's UST.
Wow, okay. Nice. Ang bilis nun, Normally yun, di ba? When you remember something na parang kinatatakutan mo. Thank you, Bea. Joji Talcasar is tuned in. Thank you, Jit, for watching. Nice chicken, Ines. Isabel Lovina, thank you. Nice show. Thank you. Ines, ikaw, pag kumakarera ka, at pag nakita mo yung name sa start list na medyo, oh no, tough, this girl's gonna push me to the limits. Meron bang ganon? Meron bang yung parang sobrang taas ng respeto mo for that athlete? I know you respect all athletes, pero di ba parang sino yung Michael Jordan mo or LeBron James mo dyan? Meron ba sa triathlon?
Sa akin kasi chick PR eh.
Oh,
So,
okay.
parang yun talaga yung goal ko.
To beat your old time.
To beat my past race. Like let's say if that race, kasi the races are every year, diba? So like for this particular race course, what was my time last year? So it's more of that.
So your fiercest opponent, ikaw, sarili mo. Gusto mong talunin yung sarili mo palagi, di ba?
Yeah, more of ganun.
Fantastic.
Go
Okay yun,
brand UXU.
Yan. Okay. Second question. third. Okay? We'll go to Bea. Bea, funniest or most memorable blooper mo as an athlete? Meron ba? Yung talagang pag naalala mo, natatawa ka sa sarili mo dahil nangyari sa'yo to.
And I think there's too many. I don't recall anything. Like I was.
Wala si standout.
Wala.
Ikaw,
There's
Ines,
no stand
meron ba?
out.
Meron bang ano?
Madami. Madami.
Yung meron bang baliktad yung
One
helmet or
time,
baliktad yung race
one
bib?
time, sa Pico de Loro, maalon sobra yung tubig. So,
Oh.
when it was the swim start, when the wave hit my knee, my leg, I thought that the water was deep enough to dive.
Oh, okay.
So, when I dove, wala pa nga ankle deep yata yung tubig.
Sakto ka sa Pero
Yun,
pagtayo parang baliwala lang. Dapat.
Oo, wala lang. Wala. Naghanap na ako ng picture kung meron wala. Sayang.
Okay. Last two questions. Bea, after a nice workout, a nice race, nice game of volleyball, ano yung cheat celebration mo, cheat food mo na go-to food mo na wala to sa sa lista ng mga nutritious food na kinakain ko. How do you treat yourself after a nice workout or game?
Sorry, what I can think of right now is like maybe a 20 kilograms of whatever fruit there is, like rambutan, marang, or I'm a fruit addict. So I can finish around 20 kilos, one whole box of whatever that is.
Saan mo nilalagay lahat yun? Kasya. Okay.
But I can finish around mga 20 kilos of lanzones or rambutan or mangosteen.
My goodness. Okay, before I ask to go to Ines, Monch Gonzalez, thanks for watching. Ines, ikaw naman, ano yung cheat food mo? Go-to food after race or after nice long workout?
Dessert.
Talaga?
Dessert. Sweets, chocolate, cake.
Kahit basta matamis.
Hindi lang after a race yan talaga cheat. Yan talaga yung cheat ko.
Ano yung cake restaurant sa Bacolod? What do you call that?
Kalea.
Kaya nyo kumain ng isang ganun doon sa Kalea?
Hindi naman isang buong cake.
Kalahati.
I have a very hard time controlling my food intake. So maybe I should subscribe to Bea's nutrition.
Ayan.
Up to Pulupandan.
All right. We're at the end of the show. Bea, please promote your social media accounts. How can they follow you? Pati yung BFH. Go ahead.
Hi guys. Follow me on my Instagram. You can see my weekly workouts at Bea Velasco Tan. I followed Ines already because I'm already a fan of her. But I would also like to promote to people. I recently got into writing.
Yes, I saw that. Go ahead.
You can find it on Women's Fitness Philippines. That's Women's Fitness.ph. That's my article. The first time I've ever written anything aside from the captions on Instagram. It's the 10 lessons I learned growing up as an athlete. So my teammates say it's a good read. I don't know if they're just being biased, but I do hope you guys find time to read it. There.
Woo! Wow! Oo nga, no? I chanced upon that. Hindi ko pa nakababasa kompleto right before the show. But hey, congratulations on that article that you wrote.
Thanks.
And hope to see more articles from you, Bea.
Hopefully.
Ikaw naman, Ines. So, anong social media accounts that they can follow? And probably, if you want to ask these ladies for tips, by all means, message them. Go ahead, Ines.
My personal Instagram account is Ines-Santiago with 1 O. Because there's also there's a triathlete that's also Ines-Santiago. She's
talaga?
but Spanish. National athlete. Pero
Eh,
yung kanya dalawang O, yung Santiago. Mine's just one O, Ines Santiago on
mukha ka rin
Instagram.
namang Kastila ah. So, I guess baka mapagkamalang kang ano, no? Eto, right? Am I
Yes,
right,
that
Ines?
one. Correct, that one.
Alright,
Okay,
guys. So,
I follow the right
follow
one.
follow Bea Velasco Tan and Ines Santiago. Ask them about their fitness journeys. Yung BFH, Be Fit and Healthy ni Bea together with her sister. Please inquire how they can inspire you in staying fit physically and mentally. And don't forget to read that article that Bea Tan wrote. So, from Talisay, Negros, Bea Velasco Tan, dagan salamat. From Pulupandan, Negros as well, Ines Lovina-Santiago, the Super Negrenses, daghan salamat sa inyo.
Madamo, gid nga salamat, Chiki.
Madamo gid na salamat. Okay. And what I can say is, gwapa kaayo ang aking mga guests. Tama ba?
Pwede na, pwede na.
Pwede na. Pwede na. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Ines Santiago and Bea Tan. Ladies, thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully we'll see each other again personally. Okay? Yung hindi na online, hindi na tong yung virtual. All right? Bye-bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Ines.
Bye,
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, guys. And we'll pull our guests out already. And we're at the end of our show now. And would like to thank all those who stayed with us. My goodness, an hour 43. Thank you. Ines and Bea, if you're still listening, if you could wait for a few, let's have a nice post discussion right after I say goodbye to everyone. And to all our guests, maraming salamat. To all our sponsors, thank you. TechWires Inc., Nunor, Vitargo, Hoka, One One, Garmin, My Daily Collagen, Nick Crabshaw, Neptune Actives, YG, Soya Milk, healthy drink. Make sure that you order through Katrina Garcia. We showed that earlier. And tomorrow we'll have a special show because My Daily Collagen Triathlon, courtesy of Oliver Salas, will be sharing some great news to all those who registered for MDC Triathlon 2020. Abangan nyo po yan tomorrow. We'll be doing it at 5 o'clock, okay? Well, 5 or 6 o'clock. Abangan nyo po. We'll put out the announcement later on sa Facebook account ng Sports Locked and Loaded. And before we end, Direk, can you please bring yourself out here? Few minutes lang bago kayo magpaalam. That's my director there, Nick Earnshaw. He's wearing the Lakers shirt. And I'm wearing
What shirt?
my Port... Ha?
Ilalaban mo
Portland.
yan?
Oh. So watch out on Direct Channel 262 on Signal. That's high definition. Channel 96 on standard definition. NBA TV Philippines.
Yeah.
Bukas po yan. Anong oras, Direct?
8:30 a.m.
8:30 in the morning, Manila time. Game 3
Yes.
of Lakers versus Portland. Are you a LeBron fan or are you Dame Time fan? Again, Channel 262 on NBA TV Philippines.
Signal.
And, of course, on Signal TV. And Channel 96 on standard definition. Watch how the Portland Trail Blazers and Damian Lillard beat LeBron and the rest of the Lakers. Okay? So, again, boom. Watch it, okay? On behalf of my director, Nick Earnshaw, this is Chicky Reyes saying stay safe, stay home, pray, stay locked and loaded. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.